Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field. As I like to say, Thanksgiving in October. It's English and Classical. English looking for a sweep. They shut out Classical the first time they met. They're undefeated. They have one tie. They tied a game in the City Series, City Tournament. And that's been it. So Classical looking for a little bit of revenge here. English with 0 losses. Classical has 2. Isaiah Diaz in net for Classical. Jack Mancanello for the Bulldogs. Classical in the white, English in their typical maroon. And both teams have done a nice job. They both have played very well team soccer. There have been a couple players who have scored some goals, but they're very unselfish. They move the ball. They play good defense. The goalie's been playing well. Mancanello, only a freshman, has been huge for English. English would love to win out, and they would certainly be, if not the number 1 seed, they'd be in the top 3. They would get a home game, possibly 2. Obviously have to win, but they'd get a potential, certainly 1, possibly 2. Classical, if they win out, they could possibly get a home game, maybe 2. It winds up going out off Morales. Espinosa with the throw-in. And they slip it by, but Morales picks it off. Knocks it deep. He was trying to send Malmongi in. Popped up in front. Mancanello goes high in the air and picks it off. And he'll kick it away. English knocking it deep. They've used that all year, using their speed. They're very, very quick, as is Classical. English broke it up, but they knock it out of play. Oswald knocked it away. He's the deep center fielder. English knocks it upfield. Classical pops it up and pops it out of play. Everybody missed the header. English got a foot on it, kept it alive, and the pass was too far for one, behind another, and Classical picked it off. Malmongi got around, blocked, knocked away, and it gets knocked away by Zolo. Camarino's got a head on it, knocked it away. and they knock it deep, man, Canelo will come out of the net and he'll let it go out of play. And he'll kick it away. Nice little shift, another nice little shift. Still walking in. There was Sandoval, almost walked by everybody. Boswell just stepped in and knocked it away. English tries to knock it deep. Classical keeps it in. Shot blocked. English knocks it away. Classical takes it away. Broken up. And broken up again. Lazo trying to center it. Broken up nicely by Camarinos. Boswell is back there as they try to send Malmongi in. Classical picks it off, and they knock it out. Blocked. Boswell almost had it blocked. He gets it across field. English knocks it deep. Classical's in and knock it away. English picks it off. And Classical knocks it out into the Classical bench area. English trying to center it. Classical got a piece and knocked it out. And English will get the throw in down deep. Broken up by Classical, taken away. And knocked out by Classical. Off an English head, goes out of play. Classical get to kick it away. I'm looking at Diaz. Classical dressed up like Halloween with his orange uniform. I don't think I've anybody seen wear orange before. English trying to keep it in. Classical dumps it deep. Boswell is there. He's going to let it go to Mancanello, and he'll kick it away. And that bounced up and got Classical on the hand. Bounced up and got Soto on the hand. Boswell will take the free kick. High and deep. It actually went off Camanaro's head, deflected back to the net. Diaz had to come out and get it. Blocked. Classical winds up with it. Morales pass behind the intended receiver. He knocked it to the far side. Popped in the air. Down the near side. Boswell, long stretch. He's a big boy. Stretched just about as far as he could, got a foot on it at that time. Manganello with the save. Soto with the rifle shot from right around the 20-yard line. Drilled that one looking for the far post. And Manganello just got a hand on it and knocked it away. Trying to walk in, the shot hit the top crossbar. Classical has come close twice. Another rocket. Manganello couldn't get a hand on it. It went over his head and hit the top crossbar. And there's another one over the net, off the centering pass. Soto again. I think it was Ixlas with that rocket that hit the crossbar. The last one might have been Alvarez. Trying to read the numbers. Knocked it over the net. But Mariquin Soto hit that rocket that Manganello just got a hand on. And then Ixlas drilled it, hit the top crossbar, and it bounced out. And then Alvarez got a piece and knocked it over the net. Dead center, but over the net. The ball went out off Classical. So Classical all over the net, coming awful close to getting on top. Classical we had to throw in after the substitution. And we'll do it again a little further down, right in front of the English bench. English knocks it behind the Classical bench. And we'll do it again. Skips past. English knocks it upfield. Classical picked it off. Looking to walk in. Pass. Looking for a shot. Can't get the shot off. Gomez, Godinez, and Robles Sandoval. A couple of very nice passes, but they just couldn't get the shot off from out in front of the net. Did a nice job getting it there. Knocked out by Lazo. Cheer with the throw-in. Gomez Godinez tipping it, broken up nicely by the defense. Broken up again. English knocking it deep. Foot race. Classical gets there first and knocks it out of play. That's Cheer. Hustling over. He's usually on the near side. He hustled over and got there and knocked it out. English broke it up. Classical got it back. English gets it back. Camarinos knocks it up. down the far side. Bodies go down as English takes it away. And Glasgow gets it back. Knocked deep by Espinoza. And it goes out of play. Trying to head it away. Nobody can really get possession of it. Glasgow finally does. Broken up nicely. Lima broke it up. They try to give a return pass. And actually, it was Impudia that was looking for that pass after he broke the play up. He pushed it too far ahead. We'll have a substitution for English. Headed to the middle. Popped straight up in the air. Headed away by Klasko. And looking to make the pass ahead. Ailman threw it too far up. Goes out of play. Klasko will get to kick it away. English trying to keep it alive. Glasgow takes it away. English gets it back. I was almost going to say Glasgow got away with one. They knocked Impudia down, and he took the ball 3 or 4 steps upfield, and then the whistle blew and gives English the free kick, which is what should be happening. Whistle was a little bit late. Long kick, headed away by Glasgow. English collects down the far side. Glasgow took it away. English takes it back. And Diaz will come on. We got a whistle. And one of the English players got knocked down. And he's still down. And that's going to bring the trainer out. They'll get a free kick from right around the 10-yard line. Free kick coming from the 11-yard line from a little bit of an angle. They get it to the net, and it went in. It didn't go in. I thought he tipped it. It went off the goaltender. It looked like he had an easy shot tipping it in, and he tipped it wide. They had an open net. I can't believe he missed it. The shot, it deflected off the goaltender in front, and they were right there. All they had to do was just knock it in the open net, and they knocked it wide. I was quick thinking that they knocked it in because they had a wide open net, and they flat out missed it. Huge break for Glasgow, a tough break for the Bulldogs. They tried to tip it upfield. They knocked it out of play. English knocks it out again. Osborne knocks it away. Lehman knocks it deep to the far side. English knocks it by. And they tip it ahead. Classical gets a head on it. And they knock it to the middle. A little bit behind. They have to play it back. It skips past, and they're able to. Cheek knocks it back. Chia just knocked it away. I think that was Wachukwa who was going to go maybe in alone. And now it's Espinoza knocking it out of play. Cal Chia with the throw-in. And we got a whistle for contact. I think they're calling it on Zolo. Maricwin Soto will take the kick. Drills it, and coming out with a white shirt bearing down on him. And Mancanello went high in the air and picked it off. English back at the other end, trying to walk through. Broken up, gets it back. And it's going to go off English. English knocks it deep. Classical collects. Both teams have had good scoring opportunities. Classical came closest. They hit the crossbar. They got it by the goaltender, but English got a break one. It hit the crossbar and went out. And English looked like they had a goal with the free kick. Deflected off the goaltender. They had a wide open half the net. And they were sitting right on the doorstep. And they knocked it wide. I couldn't believe it. In fact, I said goal because I couldn't believe they missed it. I don't think they believed they missed it either. They tried to pop it up. They popped it backward. Classical winds up with it. Down the near side, nice little shift. They get it in the middle. Trying to walk right in. Pass. Zolo just got a piece of that pass. If it gets by Zolo, they're going to walk in. Shot. Mancanello makes the save. That was Soto again, I think. That's twice. Mancanello's made big-time saves off Soto. I take it back. That might have been Ixlash. Trying to pick up the numbers. Ixlash thought he got hit on the play and he was talking to the official. Now he's over talking to the official again. There's a little bit of a lull. And I have it as Ixlash Tello, because that was what they had on the rosters we got at the beginning of the season with the city tournament. Corner kick coming up for Classical. from the far side. They blew the whistle first. They knocked it. The official noticed that the net was moved, so he blew the whistle. Everybody milling around trying to go to the net. They pop it up in front. There's Mancanello going high in the air and taking the rebound away. Gets it up to Lima. Lima knocks it deep. English tips it away. And they tip it away again. English trying to get there. Glasgow gets there first and knocks it away. They almost walked in alone. Glasgow took it away. English picks off the pass. Knock it to the middle. Lazo was saying that Camanero's got it with his hand. Official didn't call it. Glasgow coming back the other way. Glasgow a little bit of a body check there. And I have to go back to that shot when I said that Ixlash thought he got bumped. It was actually Robles Sandoval who was talking to the official when Manganello made that nice save on him. He thought he got hit. And here he is here now with the ball. Bumped, banged, and knocked down again, trying to get around, through, and over. And he went down hard. Glasgow will get the free kick. They get it up. Manganello was there to knock it away. He got knocked down, but he got a hand on it and knocked it away, and they called the knockdown. They cleared the ball away. It was all the way up at midfield, and then they blew the whistle. So a little late call. Manganello went up, knocked it down, and then got knocked down. And he'll get to kick it away. He's a big presence in the net. He's at least 6 feet, maybe a little bit more. And he bangs it out of bounds. English knocks it to the near side to Lima. Gets it to the far side. Upfield. Broken up. And he tried to push it ahead. And the pass by Morales got tipped by English and went out of play. Kyle Cheer with the throw-in. Headed away by Espinoza. Glasgow gets it back. And we got Glasgow player running over the English player. Elmer got run over. He was the one that was down before. It was nice to see him back. They give it to Boswa. Glasgow takes it away. English got a little carefree on their passing. Gave it away. Slips through. They take the shot. All they could do is get a ground ball. Mancanello with the easy save, and he'll kick it away. No score in this one. We're in the first half. Winding it down. 8 minutes and counting left. Both teams have opportunities. Glasgow the closest, hitting a crossbar. English trying to go get it. Glasgow didn't let him. It went out. And out off English. Diaz will kick it away. English knocked it out again. This is the game where both teams are going to go to the tournament. Both teams have a very good chance of going deep in the tournament. But this is a game where year in, year out, if you only win one, or actually two, because you play twice, these are the games you want to win. These are the games that everybody remembers. Thanksgiving Day, basketball, softball, baseball. A lot of these kids have been playing soccer with and against each other for quite a few years. They may play against each other in other sports. They know each other very well. And now that used to be Eastland, Westland, classical English, now that the city is open where you can live any place in the city and go to either one, they might be next door neighbors and be playing against each other in this one. So these are the types of games to remember when you come back years later and sit in the stands watching and you say, remember when we beat you here? Senior year, we beat you every year. We mentioned Glasgow's looking for a split. English would settle for a tie. Kerry King doesn't really want a tie, but rather than a loss, he'll take a tie, and that would mean that English would win the series because they'd have a win and a tie. The best that Glasgow can do is tie it up with a win and split the season. But then again, Glasgow will say, we won the last one. English knocks it out. As we're in the final 5 minutes, so the clock is now kept down on the field by the officials under the new rules of instituted this year, all new rules in a lot of sports, as English clears it away. The big one I'm waiting to see is pitch count in baseball. I want to know who's going to be counting the pitches. We got a mix-up on the sideline. Somebody got knocked down. They blew the whistle. And I think it's English is going to get a free kick. As we got time winding down. To the net, Camineros knocks it away. Actually, it was Zalea who got a hit on it. English knocks it out. Time winding down in this scoreless first half, as I like to call it, Thanksgiving in October. Anytime these two teams get together. And we'll do it again the next game because it'll be the girls. English gets deflected. Classical picks it off. Deflected away by English. Nice pick. And now Classical returns the favor and takes it back. English gets a handful of its shirt and pulls it away. It grabbed Soto's shirt and almost pulled it off. Classical will get the free kick just right about just outside or right at the 45-yard line. Now they move it back. So just inside midfield, the kick will come. They almost got a head on it. They got it to the net. Klaus going up and trying to get a head on it. I think that was LEHS. And when he missed it, it just went wide, went out of play. English will clear it away. Classical heads it back. Can't be a lot of time left in this first half. Broken up by Boswell. Classical down the far side. Boswell got a head on it and knocked it away. And that was LEHS looking to get a head on it and knock it in. And the two number 11s wind up together. Sandoval got taken down by Lima. And we got another free kick. And it will be Marquin Soto again from just inside the 35. Headed away. English with a rush. They tip it to the near side. They tip it back. Can't get the shot off. They finally tip it and it caught. Great defense by Classical. Lima pulled it around just as he was going to get the shot. They smothered it, didn't let him get the shot off. And then it kind of wiggled out in front. Everybody trying to get a foot on it. When they finally did, all they could do was just tip it. It just rolled into Diaz and he made the save. So English came that close at the end of the half to take a lead, but we're right back where we started. We were dead even when we started, and we played a half. Both teams playing outstanding. Both teams had chances. Neither team put it in the net. And at halftime, it's English nothing, Classical nothing. So we're back at Manning Field. Classical's just coming back on the field. They had English out in the field getting ready to go. Classical just came out of the locker room. They thought they had a little bit more time between halves. and we're going to start all over again. We've cut the game down, an 80-minute game, we've cut it down to 40, as we're 0-0 through the first half. English looking to stay perfect. Well, not they have a tie, but to stay undefeated, I should say, on the season. Classical looking to get a split between the two arch rivals, English and Classical. They kicked that one almost out of the stadium. Classical knocks it deep. And back there is Zolo knocking it the other way. Classical collects. Starting down the near side. Gomez Godinez. And a little touch, push, knocks it out of play. Classical will get the throw in down deep. English had a couple of opportunities, one right at the very end. They had a free kick earlier that deflected off the goaltender. They had a wide open net, and they couldn't get the foot on the ball to knock it into the open net. They knocked it wide of the net, off the side of the foot. And then at the end, Lima made a great rush, got a nice pass in the middle. They got the ball back out dead center, and they just couldn't get the shot off. And when they finally did, all they could do was just barely touch it and tip it for Diaz to make the easy save. Classical earlier, Soto had a bullet that Mancanello made a diving stop on, just was going inside the far post. And then Ixlas drilled one and beat everybody and hit the crossbar and bounced out. And then they had another point-blank shot, and Robles Sandoval tipped it over the net. English gets it to the net, skips past everybody. Classical will let it go out of play. It bounced right by a maroon shirt that couldn't really get control of it because it was bouncing too high. Diaz will kick it away. Haskell back in the English end. English knocks it away. Zolea knocks it up. Solo knocks it away. Haskell down the far side, trying to center it. And it gets blocked by Classical. It'll go out of play. English will get the throw in. Gamarinos knocks it upfield. Classical picks it off. Tried to knock it deep. They knocked it too deep and knocked it out of play. Throw-in just goes out of bounds. And Canelo will get to kick it away. He made a couple of big-time saves to keep it 0-0. Diaz really has not been tested. English came close a couple of times, but not shots that Diaz had to make saves on. They missed that wide-open net, and then they couldn't get the shot off at the very end of the half. English picks it off. And Glasgow returns the favor with Soto. Back to Zolo. Tip to the middle. Deflected by English. Deflected away, and Glasgow knocks it away. That's Zelaya. Popped up. Glasgow trying to control it. It was popped in the air. They went up, got a piece of it, but they slipped and fell trying to get control of the ball. Canelo will get to kick it away. Trying to knock it deep. Glasgow got a piece of it. They knocked it away. It popped out in front. Camarinos was there to knock it away. They almost gave a good shot to English from dead center. Now it goes out off Glasgow. Headed away by Zelaya. They give it away to English. The shot's going to go wide right. Glasgow almost gave a couple away. Collision at the 30-yard line. The Glasgow player is still down. English's shot tipped and in the net. Diaz got a piece of it. Chris Lazo ripped the shot. Diaz got a piece of it. It deflected off him and just trickled inside the near post. And English grabs a 1-0 lead. They kept it in. Glasgow almost gave it away a couple of times before that. Almost gave shots away. Now Boswell gets away with a little bit of a two-hand push. Walking right through, they slip it in. Can't get the shot off. Body's going down. They're letting him play a little bit here. official's not blowing the whistle a couple of times. Oscar breaks it up. And they start it back. Boswell knocks it away. Both teams have got extremely close, and they got so close they weren't able to get shots off, or they made one too many passes, or they try to get better position, and they wound up not getting a good shot off when they had an opportunity to get a good shot off. And here's a collision, and a Glasgow player goes down. And he's not getting up right away. He's getting up, thank God. Now he's back down trying to stretch it, I think, but Glasgow's going to get a free kick. Just inside the 15-yard line from a tough angle. I think this is Soto again. Glasgow sets up that picket fence, as I call it. He knocked it right into the picket fence, and it got deflected right to the net. Mancanello made the save, and the Glasgow player was trying to knock it away, and he wound up kicking Mancanello. And he's down. And they're out quickly to check on him as the official talks. The Glasgow player was doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. The deflection came to the net. Mancanello's up, thank God. And we're right back. The deflection came to Mancanello. He went down and got it, and the Glasgow kid was doing what he's supposed to do, trying to knock it loose and knock it in. And he got a piece of Mancanello, but thank God he's okay. And very quickly, he's going to kick it away. Kerry King, talking to the official, not happy they didn't make a call. And now I think we're going to get a timeout to try and settle things down. So just over 28 minutes left in this one. That one goal by Chris Lazo, deflection off the goaltender. It's English 1, Glasgow nothing with a timeout down the field. Out of the timeout, 1-0 English. Coach Kerry King holding his breath on that last play because he doesn't have a backup to Mancanello that I know of in net. But we're happy that he's up. He's a terrific young man. I was talking to him the other day out in front of school. I know his mother very well. I've met his father, but I know his mother very well. Vice principal at English. Terrific young man. He's only a freshman. And I say this on a fairly regular basis. I wish everybody could get to know all these kids the way I know them. I got to know so many of them. And not just the star players. I get to know, like I call them, the grunts. The players who don't get their name in the paper. Diaz came all the way out. English would have had a chance to tap that into an open net. Diaz came way out and knocked it out. And it was out off English. Diaz will kick it away as we get a substitution for Glasgow. Diaz doesn't kick it up. He just gets it to the near sideline. Classical boot it up. English boots it back. So Leah got a head on it. They missed it. And when they missed it, it bounced up and got them on the hand or the arm. And English is going to get a free kick from right around the 30-yard line. Just inside the 30-yard line. Line drive. It looked like Espinoza got a foot on it, but he knocked it to the far side, and now Classical knocks it out. English will get the throw in down deep. Classical blocked to get it back and knock it upfield. Zolo knocks it upfield. And Duggan just saved it. And we're going to get Wachukwa ran into Soto and took him down. Classical trying to knock it deep. Mancanello came out, blocked it. Wide open net. He's all out of the net. And English is able to clear it away. Mancanello came out to get it. Couldn't get it. Didn't come anywhere near it. He was way out of the net. The ball got deflected out in front. But English got a piece of it and knocked it away. And Kerry King got a few extra gray hairs on that play. They knock it deep. And it was Caraminos picking it off. English trying to get around. And Camarinos again slid, knocked the ball out, and knocked the English player out as well. Coriolan got wiped out on that. Now he tries to tip it up. English trying to knock it down and get a shot off. They get the shot, but it was bouncing. It was up well, almost knee high, and Lima just got under it and tipped it out. Didn't really have a chance to get a good shot on. Couldn't line it up and drill it. Just popped it up out of play. Diaz will kick it away. Diaz, I think, wanted to kick it to one of his defenders, and English covered them both, so he had to kick it upfield, and English knocks it out. Classical will get the throw in. English knocked it away, but they knocked the Classical player down doing it. So Classical will get the free kick. And they go quickly. English broke it up. English and Classical come together. Two players go down. They're going to call it against English. And Classical will get the free kick. Knocked down. Glasgow recovers. And they couldn't keep it in. It went out. St. Mary's girls won the first game tonight at Manning Field here. 3-2 over Archbishop Williams to get into the state tournament. They needed 2 points in their last 3 games. They got 2 points today. And they did it with a penalty kick. And we had, in the game, there were 3 penalty kicks. Williams made one. Eliza Brown made a great save off a second by Williams, and that helped St. Mary's get the win. And then St. Mary's got a penalty kick. And Emily Egan knocked a penalty kick home to give St. Mary's the win. So Coach Jim Foley didn't have to wait, as he's done the last couple of years, till the last game. Glasgow trying to walk in, finally broken up. Zolo finally broke it up. English was signaling they wanted a knockdown against Glasgow. They didn't get it. Glasgow headed that back about 40 yards. Off English. Trying to walk in. English got a piece of it, knocked it out. Glasgow will get a corner kick. Now they're calling it off Glasgow. I thought the Glasgow player was going to get the ball for the corner kick, but Mancanella will kick it away after we get a substitution. English maybe a little too much one-on-one instead of passing it. Lost it out of bounds, but English gets it back and knocks it upfield. Glasgow knocks it away. And now we got a knockdown, a takedown, a collision. And they just grabbed the player and just threw him down. The referee is talking to the player. Normally it's an automatic yellow card, but they're letting it go. Now they don't. They give him a yellow card. And he's going to go to the bench. He didn't get it right away. I guess the referee didn't like how he was carrying on the discussion. Gave him the yellow card. He has to go to the bench. The problem with that is if you get too many yellow cards, even if you go undefeated in the season, you can't play in the state tournament. Shot blocked. I think it was Zelaya that blocked it. Might have been Camarinos. I'll give them both credit. Haskell with a stop and go. And stepping in and knocking it away. Was Juarez. Lazo with it. He's got the one goal. Nice tip and takeaway by Clockpour. Camarinos went right by a few. His pass, English knocks it away. And Classical goes down. They ran into Cockpour. Gomez Godinez went down. For a minute, it didn't look like he was going to get back up. Soto will take the kick from about the 25-yard line. A little bit of right angle. No, it's not Soto. I think this is going to be Zelaya. Hooked it way to the left. Never got close to anywhere near the net. English pumps it straight up in the air. English taking it back. Trying to walk in. Knocked away by Camarinos. English knocks it back the other way. Headed away by Duggan. Nice little shift to get by, and then Boswell got a piece of the pass and knocked it away. Good defense by Boswell. Blocked. English gets a piece, and they knock it away. English leading it 1-0, trying to make it 2 in a row over the Rams. As Joseph stepped in and knocked that pass out of play. Gets knocked out by Classical. Mancanello will kick it away after we get wholesale substitutions, 4 of them for the Bulldogs. Coach Moreno for Classical doing a terrific job with these young men. Kerry King. I think it's been a long time since English and Kerry King have made the state tournament. Both of these teams are in the state tournament. Lazo wound up with it in the middle. Tipped away from him. English gets it back. Lima trying to walk in. Takes the shot. Got too much foot. Knocked it way up over everything, out of play. Classical knocks it out. Out off English. Just under 14 minutes left in this one. English trying to make it 2 in a row and trying to make it 2 shutouts over Classical. They lead it 1-0. Just under 14 minutes left. We got a timeout. Classical will get the throw in down deep as we're back out of the timeout. Zolo collects and knocks it back. Lima got a head on it, but deflected it back upfield, and Classical winds up with it. And then they run over Classical. Bodies go down. And again, thank God the young man's getting up. He got hit from behind, went down. English player went right over him. They kick it upfield. Try to get it to the middle. English lets it go out. It goes out off Classical. English looking for it. Classical lets it go out. into the English bench area. Glasgow will get the throw in. English gets a piece. And English winds up with it. They tip it ahead. Just broken up. Nice play. They look like they might be going to walk in. And that was Zalea with the nice defensive play. And now Glasgow coming back the other way. The shot. Mancanello dove, but he couldn't get close to it because it went wide, missed wide left. Glasgow had a couple of near misses in the first half. They haven't really come close in the second half. Little give and go. English 3-on-3 for the moment. They get it to the near side. Trying to walk in. Takes the shot. Diaz had to make the save. And they missed the rebound. Lazo looking for number 2. They made a little shift. Diaz made the save. Left the rebound. Out in front. Lazo was going to drill it. And missed it. And it got tipped. Glasgow got a piece of it, so English is going to get a corner kick. That would have been a huge goal. Diaz gets ahead on that corner kick. That might have gone inside that far post. They knock it out. It goes from one side to the other. It went from a corner kick now to a throw-in. Tipped away by English, out of play. We got all kinds of soccer balls. Hoskell just kept it in. Now bounces over Morales. Lead pass, tipping it. And again, they had an opportunity. Cabral had an opportunity to take the shot. Didn't take it. Boswell had an opportunity to knock it away, and he tried to play it, and it got knocked loose. Mancanello kind of saved Boswell there. Instead of just knocking it away, he tried to control it. And it almost cost him. Shot again. Lima has done that 3 or 4 times. Made a nice move to get to the 10-yard line, dead center, drilled it, but again, got too much foot, knocked it up over everything. As we got 10 minutes and counting left. English leading it 1-0. English breaks it up and knocks it out. English knocks it deep. Zalea back there knocks it back the other way. Bounces over everybody. Mancanello comes way out of the net. And he'll wait some time, wait for Glasgow to come to him. And then now he's going to throw it upfield. And he does it very well. Got it almost to midfield. Glasgow had it. English pops it straight up in the air. Coriolan looking for it. Taken away. Alvarez took it away. English now gets it back. And English lets it go out of play off Glasgow. Headed away. Zalea winds up with it. Little shift, knocks it deep. Haskell knocks it out of play. Knocked deep again, Klaskell with it. They tip it up. It's loose. I don't know whether English or Klaskell got a foot on it. There were one Klaskell player stuck between two defenders. Somebody got a foot on it and wound up going to the net. Mancanello dove and made the save. Klaskell trying to pick it up. They trailed by a goal with 7 minutes left in the game. Shot blocked by Zolo. English took it away but knocked it out of play. Tipped, couldn't get a shot off. It got tipped right to Klaskell. They were in a good position to get a shot, but it was bouncing. They couldn't get it level on the turf. They couldn't get a shot off. Lazo keeps it in play. Wachukwa trying to keep it in play. Nice little shift. They knock it deep off the foot of Gomez Godinez. And Mancanello will hold on to it again and wait till Klaskell gets there. 6 minutes and counting as he boots it high in the air, bouncing around. Klaskell knocked it out. We'll have substitutions for English. The clock is now the enemy of the Klaskell Rams. He knocked it to the far side. Coriolan looking to walk in. Takes the shot, misses it wide to the near side. It goes out of play. We're down to the last 5 minutes. The clock kept by the officials now down on the field. Haskell gets around. Broken up. And now they're just banging and whacking, and now Gomez Godinez just took an elbow and whacked one of the English players. They had a little bit of an incident at the end of the first game when these two teams played. There isn't any love lost between these teams. Klaskell has to hurry. They're up against the clock that's winding down. English heads it away, kicks it away. English looking to keep it in the Klaskell end if they can. Zelaya knocks it deep and knocks it too deep. And English will get to kick it away. English keeps it in. Karaminos knocks it up. Klaskell coming back, tipped away nicely. Klaskell slides and breaks it up. English knocks it away. English deflects it. They knock it to the near side. They got it where they want it in the classical end. Don't have to be in any hurry here. Coriolan looking to center it. Classical breaks it up, knocks it away. Lazo got a piece of it. Classical trying to knock it deep. It got headed away by Joseph. And it gets deflected. Joseph was hustling. Actually, it was Jose Alman hustling, trying to keep it in, just knocked it out. Classical has to hurry. Time winding down. Now they're going to say Caraminos, in his hurry to get it in, messed up the throw-in. And English is going to get it back on the classical end, and they're not in any kind of a hurry. Coriolan with the throw-in. Headed away. Lima gets knocked down. He's getting up, thank goodness. English is going to get a free kick from dead center inside the 15-yard line with time winding down. I think Lazo's going to take it. Hey, he knocks it high over everything out of play. Diaz hurrying. Classical needs a goal. It skipped past English right through the wickets. Coming back. Broken up. And English gets it, takes it back the other way. Classical breaks it up. The fans up on their seats. It's white knuckle time here. Headed away by Boswa. English knocks it deep. That's where they want it in the classical end. Time winding down. Unless something huge happens here, English is going to get 2 in a row over Classical, and they'll both be shutouts. English took it away, but they knocked the Classical player down. So Classical will get the free kick, an opportunity from about the 5-yard line, but a very tough angle way to the far side. It goes in the net. There were bodies out in front. Somebody touched it. And it wound up going inside the near post with virtually no time left. Classical ties it up. I apologize. I have no idea who scored the goal. There was a mass of white shirts out in front. They knocked it right to the net. And when they knocked it to the net, somebody got a piece of it. The whistle blows and that's it. So with seconds left in the game, Classical gets knocked down. They get a free kick. They knock it to the net. And somebody out in front redirected it into the back of the net. And it winds up 1-1. And Mancanello was down. He can't believe that the ball went by. So at the very last second, there couldn't have been more than 20 seconds left in the game. Lazo had given English a 1-0 lead as he deflected one off the goaltender early in the second half. Classical had a couple of opportunities. They hit a post in the first half. Soto had a big shot that Mancanello made a big-time save on. And Sandoval had a shot that Mancanello made the save on. English had a couple of opportunities, an open net that they missed on a free kick. But they finally got the shot off the goaltender to get the lead. And then almost with no time left, there was only, it couldn't have been any more than 15 or 20 seconds left in the game. And that free kick, Soto drilled it. I don't know if it went in off Soto's foot or if somebody got a piece of it in front and deflected it by, but it went in the net with almost no time left, and Classical earns a 1-1 tie. So English will have the advantage. They got a win and a tie over Classical, but Classical ekes out, gets a point, and that'll help both teams. English stays undefeated. They pick up their second tie. It'll help both teams tournament-wise. Neither team wanted to lose. So it ends up exactly the way it started. Dead even. Lynn Classical 1, Lynn English 1. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.